I can confidently say that I am no longer the unemployed doctor. I am the employed doctor. Woo! Your girl got a job. I got a job. What's poppin'? I'm back at home. As you can see, today is May 21st. And today was supposed to be my first day of work. Yes. And the onboarding process has been a shit show. This is for a contract job that I applied in December. I got the interview in January. They offered me the job verbally in January. They disappeared for 3 months. They showed back up in April. Hey, do you want the job? Then the onboarding takes forever. The federal agency that I'm supporting can't quite understand how to ship some freaking equipment, a computer. I have a job because I have a computer. So I've been to LA. Last week was my graduation. I made it very clear to any employer who was seeking to interview me or was going to extend the offer that I would be traveling and my correspondence or communication would be delayed. And I'm literally getting ready to line up with my cohort members to walk across the stage. And here comes this contract job calling and texting me, and they wanted me to start working. So the computer gets here, they ship it finally, because that was a whole bumblefuck of trying to get me a computer. The computer gets here yesterday and they tell me I'm on the clock. I have never had a job ship me any equipment and tell me in the middle of a weekday at that I'm on the clock. I don't even know how to set the computer up. How about on the clock? Come to find out, once I got the computer, again, they did not ship all the required pieces for me to actually cut the computer on and actually log in. So not only did my midday week get disturbed, I had to shuffle around things. And then this morning I get a text message saying, yeah, you're missing a vital piece to being able to log in with credentials on the computer. So you're not going to be able to start until after we mail it. Now, people have been working since BC time. So I'm really flabbergasted going through the onboarding process, doing the interview process, trying to get secure employment. I'm really flabbergasted and appalled by how these jobs are really having a difficult time onboarding people. It's kind of like the last 18 months, everything just was undid. Everything that we knew about employment, onboarding, work environments, conducive manpower, performance, whatever you want to think about work-related stuff. It's like somebody from Men in Black came and said, shh, all y'all memory gone. Because don't nobody know how to do nothing. Don't nobody remember how to do nothing. Can't nobody figure something out. It's 1,000 mistakes in the process. It just be really killing me. It just really be killing me. I don't fault the contract company, but also it's like, this is a great example of knowing your processes and knowing what exact process is required to actually onboard a new employee. Yeah. So today was supposed to be my first day, but I'm supposed to have a job. And then I reached out to the government job, the one that I'm accepting. That's pretty high grade for me. And they didn't respond back until a week later. Yeah. I emailed them on a Monday. They didn't email me back until the following week. But they sent me a message and said that there's a backlog. And obviously I'm not going to hit my report date, which would have been June 1st. So yeah, I'm surviving. I literally probably can only survive being unemployed for the month of June. I can't take it anymore. The cost of living is so high. I came back from LA. I was only gone for like 3 or 4 days. Not even that. Maybe 3. And premium gas was $5.50 in my state. I'm like, whoa. It's been a really long time since I've seen some $5 gas, okay? If you in California, whatever, cool. But in the South, yeah. I went to the grocery store and things were, I bought the same amount of stuff I normally would 3 or 4 months ago, and it cost me $30 more. And I'm not acting naive or like, I didn't know this is happening. I knew this was happening, and I knew this was going to happen as soon as federal employees were getting gutted. Because as soon as you start to stifle one of the largest employment systems, it trickles down. And then what happened in the Middle East last summer, I already knew that it wasn't going to end. Just, someone working with the army and already knowing was the ins and out. Now you have this year where it's getting worse and worse and worse. So yeah, we're going to see what happened in the next week or so. We're going to see what's happening in the next week or so. Y'all tell me if y'all like the unemployment vlogs. I seem to be getting more attention on the unemployment vlogs than the regular vlogs. Definitely tell me about your experience trying to find a job. If you're looking for a job, definitely tell me your experiences as being a federal employee. If you were a federal employee, if you still are a federal employee. I read Riddick all the time. And the current federal employees seem very exhausted. They seem very frustrated. So that scares me too, trying to maneuver and trying to find employment, and I haven't had success in the private sector. I can't get a job in the private sector to save my life. They not fucking with your girl. But yeah, I'm just trying not to question things. You start questioning things, then doubt gets in your mind. But I really question a lot of my education. But then I kind of think, like, if I had went and got a JD degree straight out of being in the military, and that would have been it, I probably would be even more stressed and frustrated with the current events that's going on, because I can only imagine having a JD degree and being a practicing attorney and you seeing hundreds of people breaking the law and they getting away with it. That kind of defeats the purpose of having checks and balances in a judicial system. I even thought about, maybe going back to school. Maybe I need to get a master's in social work or a master's in sociology so I can kind of connect my dissertation to the work field. I thought about cosmetology school because I would get paid to go to cosmetology school. I've been thinking about everything, but yeah, today is May 21st. I thought I was going to have my first day of work, and I didn't. Today was my daughter's 7th grade award ceremony. The 6th grade award ceremony. She's going into the 7th grade. So we're just going to celebrate. I'm not going to just think too much of my problems, my financial things. It's going to come. God has never left me or never forsaken me. He's never left me empty-handed. And I'm truly blessed to have all the essential things you need, because I have food in my freezer. Baby, I got a new roof, y'all. I got a new roof, okay? A black mother, single mother, bought herself a new roof for Mother's Day. So I really don't need no man. If I could buy myself a roof, come on now. Okay, so I completed my first day of work for this remote job. I don't really have much to say. Like, I'm fortunate to have found employment, because my bank account definitely was screaming, honey. And even though I did pay all my bills for the month of June and I was taken care of, I need to have income coming in. So I'm kind of just looking at it as I needed a job. It took me 5 months to start this job. I applied for this job in December, and they didn't start me until the end of May. And that right there, anybody would have walked away from something, but the job market is very harsh right now, so you had no choice but to just kind of take what you're given. It does make me miss my job in the federal government, because I could do my job easy, and I did, I had a lot of pride in doing that job. I just was really exhausted, and all the things that was going on in 2025 of federal employees psychologically really took a toll on a lot of federal employees, including me. But yeah, I have a job, y'all. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this job. I'm just going to take it day by day. Today is Wednesday, and I didn't hear anything back from the 2 federal jobs that I've been talking about. And they both told me that they would reach out to me at the beginning of the week. And we're almost at the end of the week. I know they had a 4-day weekend or a 3-day weekend because of Memorial Day. So, maybe I'll get a response at the end of the week going into next week. I don't know. But remote work is really boring. Like, even though we all are irritated about going in the office, I do need a good balance. That's why I really liked when we did a little bit of telework plus going in the office. I guess they call it hybrid. Yeah, I like hybrid the most. I'm okay with 5 days in the office because that's what I'm accustomed to as somebody that worked on classified information. I spent my whole career, for the most part, working in the office, so they don't bother me. But I'm just gonna take it day by day, not get in my head about some things, and try not to be so irritated about little tiny stuff that I don't have the ability to change or the ability to control. But yeah, sorry, you would have thought I would have had like balloons and fireworks going off. Finally getting a job, but I don't know. It's one of those things where you kind of feel like it's not like you're not it's maybe imposter syndrome. I don't know. Also, I probably just have to get back into the groove of working, like waking up and having to go to work. Okay. Because I have not done that since August. Okay. It's almost a year since I actually got into the groove. So it's going to take some time to get used to it. When I get that first paycheck, yeah. I'll probably be bouncing around because it'll be something. But yeah. I think I might just end this unemployment vlog here, unless I get an update in the next week or a couple of days, because the month is about to end. Yeah. I'm back on the chair. It is May 31st, and we are recapping. Sorry. I'm like, where's my mic at? We are recapping the month of May of being unemployed. I can confidently say that I am no longer the unemployed doctor. I am the employed doctor. Woo! Your girl got a job. I got a job. I ended up getting the job that was remote that I interviewed for in December, and I interviewed for it in January, and they offered me the job in January, and then they disappeared for 3 months and came back in April and asked me did I want the job. I just started it. I started in the middle of the week, which I've never had a job, especially a contract job, start me in the middle of the week, but whatever. I started. Thank you, guys. It's been over 700,000 people that identify with being unemployed. And a large percentage of that is coming from federal employees, me. There's large quantities of private sector companies that are laying off. It's those big brand companies like Microsoft, Apple, Meta. They're laying off. So this shit is serious. We might be making vlogs and day in my life of the unemployed, whatever, but this shit is serious. But anyways, we got that out the way. But your girl got that job, that one job that I did the interview for that was super hard. And I slammed my computer and was like, yeah, I'm cool. It's too much. And a week later, they called me and they sent me the tentative job offer. And I was like, what the fuck? Cue the video. Yeah, that job too much for me. It's too up there. It's way too up there. That job is a freaking cheap position with like a whole bunch of offices underneath. I'm not ready for that. I haven't made it in my career where I'm ready for that. I'm not there yet. I'm for sure not there yet. The interview was cool. They asked me some shit that I was really, it's probably like 2 questions. It was 9 questions. It's 2 questions that I definitely feel like I wasn't confident in answering, but I was trying to like get it. Like, girl, think. So it was 9 questions. I think I did good for 7 out of 9. I will, let's just say 6 out of 9, like they didn't like the answers. I don't think I'm at the level of achieve for my career field. I'm not there yet. I haven't worked at that lead. That's the big leads. They the big dogs. They are the big dogs. So yeah. Good experience. I don't think I'm going to be applying for any more GS-14s. I'm not there yet. Okay, that job. Your girl finally is getting her orders. If you're familiar with the federal government, especially in the DOD, if you're offered relocation, you're going to get your final job offer, and then you're going to get orders. Orders is going to allow you to receive government benefits to relocate. Your girl is relocating. Now, I know you're a little bit confused because you're like, you just got a job. I did get a job. That was not my dream job. I'm very thankful that they selected me. But all these jobs took 6 months. So they all have ran into each other. So because I haven't started the government job, I took the remote job. You never deny an opportunity when you don't even have the other opportunity in your hand. But anyways, your girl got that big girl position. I'm a little nervous. We're going to be relocating. Yeah, we're relocating. We're going, I don't know if I should tell y'all where we're going. Should I tell y'all this? Or maybe I should do another vlog. I'll do another vlog. We are relocating. I have to find a place, which has been stressful. Just looking online, I can't find anything that I like in my price range. I'm a little scared. I'm going to a place that is a heavily metropolitan area. And I don't think I really have ever lived in a metropolitan city. But I do feel like I need to be somewhere where I can grow, where I can network, where I can build connections and relationships, because I really don't have a lot of friends. My networking sucks. I don't leave my house. Yeah. It takes me an hour to get to the next city to even go to a fresh market or a Publix or a Kroger's, or we don't have none of that where I live at, baby. We don't have none of that. We don't have nothing fun where I live at. Anyways, your girl is relocating. I did it, y'all. Woo! I survived. I'm a little worried because I have ran down my savings account, baby, to that last little drop. So I still need to have enough money for first month rent and security deposit, which concerns me a little bit. But we'll see what benefits I get offered for relocation. Maybe I'll get per diem, where they'll give me a grace period to go look for a house and I can stay in a hotel and they'll pay me back or whatever. That'd be fine too. The hiring manager seems nice. She seems really understanding about me relocating and me being a parent. She just said, let me know what you need. This is a real big girl job. This is the highest job that I have received an offer for. So it's a bit overwhelming, but it's like, well, what did I do 8-9 years of school for? What did I do 8 years in the federal sector? Well, my dream or goal was always to get to this level, and I got to this level. I have an opportunity to get to this level. And sometimes we be wanting stuff, and when we get it, when it's right here in our face, we backing out, we scared. It's different when you talk about it, but when it's in your face, it's a little bit different. I'm going to work on studying, refreshing my memory about my specific skill set and knowledge base for this particular job. If you get ready and stay ready, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay. This was a journey. I got really scared throughout this process of being unemployed. 5 months. Today is 5 months. No, it might be 6 months of me being unemployed. My last day of work was December 31st. I've ran through my money, the cost of living. I had to buy a new roof. Going through some legal things. I got a kid. I don't know if I prepared properly, but I did the best I could. I didn't get any unemployment. Maybe I should have filed. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But this is where we are. Your girl got a job. I just want to update y'all. And I'm sorry I don't have no fancy, cool video. But yeah, we have arrived. So I guess we're going to be making content on relocating, me starting my new job, learning the area. I guess we're going to be going to some new restaurants, y'all. We're going to be decorating a new house or apartment, townhouse, whatever. Y'all, I guess y'all going to come on the road with me, y'all. But yes, I am officially the employed doctor. See y'all in the next video.